What's going on, you guys? This is Cooked Vegetables back in here with another podcast for you guys, man. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing absolutely amazing, fantastic, wonderful, wherever you happen to be in the world. The title of today's podcast is going to be Understanding and Overcoming the Devices of Evil. This is part one in the series. It's a three-part series. Okay, guys? All right. One major responsibility that comes with being a retainer on the path to masculine purity is that you become a role model to those in your surroundings. Whether men on this path know it or not, many people look to them for guidance in the righteous way. Although God is best pleased with his sons who model righteousness to the world, these men make Satan furious because their very existence threatens his agenda. As a result of this irrational hatred that Satan has for men of God, we are constantly caught in the crossfire of a spiritual war between light and dark, whether we like it or not. One of the great things about becoming a retainer is that you now actually have protection against a lot of the petty attacks of the enemy. You may recall that before you became a retainer, you continually got attacked by multiple people for no reason whatsoever. Well, that was because your energy or vibration was a match for Satan's pettiness. Now that you have your spiritual shield of retention on, you may notice a drastic improvement in the respect you receive without even having to lift a finger. While this change in your circumstances is nice, it is important to note that Satan and his idiots are pretty stubborn and won't just leave you alone for the rest of your life. It is likely that he will go to even further extremes in a bid to cause harm and throw you off course. One of the more extreme tools that the dark side uses to torment and bring harm to men of God is witchcraft. Most people think witchcraft is a fantasy that is only limited to the imagination of highly paid movie and TV show script writers. TV shows like The Wizard of Oz and Bewitched only show you a caricature of what witchcraft actually is. Witchcraft is a very real practice that is used to bring serious harm to a target in the hopes of bringing about his or her ultimate demise. At this point, bright and inquisitive minds such as yours might be wondering, how do I know if someone has done witchcraft on me or someone I know? Fantastic question. I have listed the symptoms that anyone who has had a witchcraft spell put on them will experience below. Consistent and unremitting bad luck. No matter how hard you work or how careful you are, random things keep going wrong in your life. Your car may get randomly towed from a spot you have parked in 1,000 times without issue, or your house may get flooded, or you may sustain a random freak injury while playing your favorite sport, etc. These incidents seem to happen back to back to back with no reprieve. Next, strange illnesses that don't have a clear medical root cause. You might wake up one morning with a giant headache, and that symptom gradually snowballs into a whole host of strange symptoms that contemporary medicine cannot diagnose. Seemingly disjointed symptoms such as blurry vision, wild weight fluctuations, either too fat or too thin, dizziness, shortness of breath, digestive problems, terrible short term memory, burning feet, and perhaps many others start manifesting. If nothing is done, these symptoms persist and get worse, making the life of the target absolutely miserable. Next, paranormal poverty. Before the spell, the target might have been a hardworking, conscientious person who always did well and could easily hold down a job, if not multiple. After the spell, The target will either keep getting fired from jobs for random reasons that don't make any sense, or they will keep having unexpected expenses pop up out of the blue, which constantly puts a drain on their finances. Next, anxiety and depression without a clear cause. Regardless of the temperament of the target before the spell, he or she will become a nervous wreck filled with unexplainable and uncontrollable anxiety and depression after the spell. Everything will seem gray and dull, which will make it very difficult to see things in any kind of positive shade throughout your life. This is one of the worst symptoms because it is absolutely unremitting. The anxiety is terrible from the time you wake up to your last waking second before bed. Next, losing everything you worked hard for due to a strange set of external circumstances. Random events will start to conspire to take things away from you that you worked hard for. For example, I know a man whose company got purchased from underneath him for a mere fraction of its market value. This eventually led to him getting unjustly terminated from his own company. Next, death to more vulnerable people around you. This often affects the elderly and pets. Witchcraft is designed to bring the energy of death, misery, and misfortune to the target it is directed to. The energy doesn't just limit itself to the target. Rather, it also affects everything that is close to the target or that the target holds dear. If the target is strong, the energy won't be able to completely kill him or her, but may unfortunately kill off weaker vessels like children, pets, or the elderly. It is not uncommon for people under a witchcraft spell to lose parents, grandparents, and pets in quick succession. Next, sudden loss of motivation or drive for things and activities you normally enjoy. Witchcraft tends to slowly suck the life out of the person it afflicts. People afflicted with full blown witchcraft have a seriously low energy level and have a hard time finding the motivation to do anything. Targets of witchcraft also lose interest in what they previously found exciting and lose their joie de vivre. Next, people start treating you terribly all of a sudden, completely unprovoked. This one is really strange and something I would not have believed if it hadn't happened to me personally. It is almost like strangers can feel or sense this disgusting witchcraft energy on a person. Further, sensing this energy prompts people to attack the person carrying it with the intent to victimize him or her and cause bodily or energetic harm. A victim of witchcraft may just be sitting quietly in the corner, minding their business, when someone walks right up to him or her in search of a fight and slaps them for no physically discernible reason. Well, my friends, the reason is not physical, but a spiritual one, i.e., the individual is carrying the energy of witchcraft, which leaves them open to easy abuse and destruction. And lastly, you may get falsely accused of something terrible. This one often happens at the workplace, in my experience. You may have been an outstanding servant to your employer for multiple years. All of a sudden, you start getting accused of stealing things, sexual harassment, and other despicable things that you would never even think of doing. And the crazy thing about this is that some of the people who have known you for years and people who you may have even helped along in their careers will actually believe the lies and join the mob to persecute you. Now, if you have experienced or are experiencing any one of the above signs in your life, you may not be afflicted by the spirit of witchcraft. After all, life has its challenges to which none of us are immune. However, if you see three or more of the signs above happening in your life simultaneously or in close succession to one another, there is a high chance you are dealing with witchcraft. In the follow up articles to this one, We will discuss how people cast spells and bring such misery upon unsuspecting people. We will also discuss how to free yourself from this energy and resist it before it gets a chance to settle in on you. As a man of God, you have work to do with the gifts you've been so generously blessed with that benefit so many people. You cannot afford to let something as terrible and as baneful as this destroy you due to a lack of knowledge. Till next time, my brothers, Godspeed and remain blessed. Brother Cooked.